Ari Shapiro, welcome to the Saturday Show.
Thank you so much for having me, Jonathan.
So your book debuted this week, your very first book.
Yeah.
There it is on the screen. Here it is in my hands. A lot of our colleagues, a lot of journalists, me not yet, have written memoirs. What do you hope to accomplish with yours? Well, first, answer that question first.
Friends often ask how I stay optimistic in the face of everything that's happening in the world, in the face of all of the terrible things that we cover on the news every day. And the answer that I've given them for years is something that I try to translate into this book. This book is full of the stories of people who have shaped the person I am, and conversely, stories of how the person I am shapes the narratives that I share on All Things Considered. And so I hope that people walk away from this book with a sense of why we should be hopeful, why we should feel good about humanity, and why we should be curious about the world around us and the people in it.
Well, that is wonderful. Also because in reading your book, I discovered that we have yet another thing in common. I mean, we're both journalists. We're both devilishly handsome.
As is very clear on the radio.
Right. Which probably people are discovering for the first time, unless they've seen you in Peak Martini, but we'll get to that in a moment. But we're both out gay married men.
Yeah.
The other thing the thing I didn't know was that you were born in Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, I lived there till I was 8.
And my husband is from North Dakota, from a small town south of Fargo. You guys then moved, when you were 8, you moved to Portland, Oregon, where you grew up. And that's where you came out.
Yeah.
At how old were you?
16.
And you just did it.
Yeah, I was like the only out gay kid in my high school. And one of the things that I realized is that the skills that I learned by being like the only Jewish kid in my elementary school in Fargo, the only out gay teen in my high school in Portland, was I built these skills of being an interpreter or a translator or an ambassador that I now use today as a journalist when I'm going into communities that I may have no connection to, and I'm trying to illuminate them and present them for audiences in a way that they can connect to.
Well, this is a good segue into something about objectivity. And you speak about objectivity and how your faith informs your storytelling, especially in regards to covering the 2014 Gaza war between Israel and Hamas. And the pressure you faced from critics who doubted that a Jewish reporter could fairly and objectively cover the conflict. Talk more about that.
Well, I think we have to allow two ideas to exist in our heads at the same time. Both that we can approach stories fairly, thoughtfully, and objectively, and that we carry our identity and history with us wherever we go, and that can actually enhance the job we do as storytellers. And so, the question I raise in the book is, should people of color be barred from reporting on fights for racial justice? Should people who can bear children be forbidden from covering debates over reproductive rights? Should taxpayers be forbidden from covering debates over the tax code? And obviously, the answer to those questions is no. So then the question becomes, how do we as journalists bring our identity to the story without letting it compromise our storytelling in a way that puts blinders on the job that we're doing?
Right. And, as an opinion writer, I am able to bring my identity to the table forthrightly. But even still, there are people who will wonder, like, well, how can I trust what you're saying because you're black or because you're LGBTQ? One thing you did before a lot of people was you and your husband, Michael, got married.
Yes.
In 2004 in San Francisco. And you have a vignette in there about how you couldn't just get married. You had to go talk to the bosses?
Well, I'm not sure that I had to, but I felt like I should, because it was early in my career as a journalist, and at that point, same-sex marriage was this huge national controversy, and I felt like I was stepping into the middle of the culture wars at a time when I aspired to be narrating those debates, describing those debates, not participating in them. So my boss said, of course, go get married. He was my college boyfriend. We're still married today. And I said, I'm going to leave my NPR tote bag at home and keep a low profile. And we did not notice, as we were exchanging our vows on the steps of San Francisco City Hall, that there was a TV camera over our shoulder, which, by the way, happened to be an NBC affiliate TV camera. And that night, we were on the local news story about the same-sex marriage controversy, which I was a little uncomfortable with, but thought, well, it's a local news story. Nobody will notice. The footage made its way to NBC Nightly News and to MSNBC and to CNBC. For about 5 years, Mike and I were the face of same-sex marriage on NBC until
hilarious.
finally your colleague Pete Williams gave me a call and said, "Hey, Ari, I think you're in my story tonight." I explained the situation. And that's how I ended my reign as the face of same-sex marriage on NBC.
That's hilarious. Let me get you on one more thing, because people, if they don't know your face, they know your voice as the co-host of All Things Considered. But one thing that they might not know about you is that you're a singer.
Yeah.
You travel around the world with Pink Martini.
Yeah.
How do you do that, especially with your
It's so much
profile
fun.
duties that you have?
They're this little orchestra of more than a dozen people from my hometown of Portland, Oregon, and I've loved them since I was in high school. And I basically just use my vacation time to go on tour with them, and I drop in doing shows wherever I'm able to join them, and I've done 1 or 2 songs on each of their last few albums. And what I realized in writing the book was that that's another form of storytelling. It's another way of forming connections, and it actually has more in common with my journalism than might appear on the surface.
I wish we had more time so we could talk about this fabulous book, The Best Strangers in the World. Stories from a life spent listening. Ari Shapiro, thank you so much for coming to the Saturday Show.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.